Let me ask you a question, guys. When I say Bond watch, what do you think of? I think of Pierce Brosnan wearing this Seamaster 300 wave dial. I can't not see it. That is my Bond watch. Maybe it's because that's the Bond that was my favorite. I think it was the Bond that was a lot of people's favorite. You know, there are princes that enjoy this watch. But for some reason, Omega saw to remove the wave dial. Possibly because that they couldn't build it in ceramic at the time. Possibly because they just wanted to modernize it. But even with their Bond Anniversary Edition, I couldn't purchase it because no wave dial. And then this showed up. And everybody was super excited. Super excited to see Bond back with a wave dial Seamaster 300. But we haven't seen one. Well, guys, that is to say until now. One popped up at my work today. I am an Omega AD. This one was a special order, so we're going to pop it open and see what you get. This is just a quick first look. I didn't have anything with me except for my phone, so we're just going to videotape this with a handheld. That is your first look, guys. The wave dial is much, much more subtle than I expected. Much classier. No special case. You get your traditional wood case. Yeah, the current Seamaster 300, the 2018 model, is here on the left, and then on the right we have the new wave dial, a couple of millimeters larger at 42, I believe. A little bit sharper edges on the bracelet, as you can see. They've changed the bracelet slightly, changed the dial slightly, changed the bezel slightly, and changed this clasp. The caseback on this one is traditional solid caseback with the Omega Hippocampus. This one, as you can see, beautiful setup, a little bit different in the way that they've done the bracelet. You can see it now has a display case back, and if you got a peek there, you will see it now has the adjustable or micro adjusting bracelet clasp. If we go back to the Seamaster, one of the things that I noticed on this, you can see they're slightly rounded on the edges, and then when we come to this one, much more squared off. Much more of a modern look. They've taken sort of an 80s bracelet and modernized it, as well as the dial. They've kept the sharp edges on the bezel, but it's much easier to turn these days. I think the ceramic bezel is sort of modernized here with just taking little cues like the triangle around the loom pip at the top and just highlighting it instead of fully making it solid. They still keep the skeletonized hands. They still keep the traditional lollipop second hand. I mean, everything is pretty traditional, just slightly larger. The minute track is essentially the same, but your indices, your loomed indices, are slightly larger. And let's be honest, guys, it doesn't really matter. It's a wave dial on a Bond. And if you grew up like I did with Pierce Brosnan wearing a wave dial as Bond, you're going to be happy. Hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little peek. It came across my desk and I had to show it to you. Be sure and subscribe, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.